Howdy folks, today we're looking at Action Comics number 750 from 1998 in DC Comics. Here's an unsung milestone from Superman's 60th anniversary year during the heyday of the Triangle era, a time when Superman could support essentially a weekly series across 5 titles, 4 monthly books, and a quarterly to fill skip weeks, unified by the number in the upper corner of each cover. By coincidence, this very issue, which saw print in November of 1998, was Triangle number 1 for the year 1999. In hindsight, this was a time of transition for the line and the character. The Electric Blue period had just ended, and recollection holds that by the end of the decade, fans and creators both were getting tired of the weekly format, which came to a merciful end in the fall of 2001. Among the many talented creators to shuffle in and out of the deck during this period, Stuart Immonen must be counted among the very best. A mainstay of DC's line across the 90s, Immonen served 6 years across multiple Superman titles, also writing many of those same stories. My understanding, based on interviews after the fact, is that Immonen didn't care much for the experience of writing so many comics, and it's certainly notable that he's written so few in the years since, but I quite liked his turn as writer. His stories stood out even given the format. The churn of one story told in weekly increments by a small army of creators certainly lent itself both to burnout and criticisms of homogenization, but Immonen's stories worked. He has a good hand for dry dialogue and actual adult conversation. Despite this being a giant-sized anniversary issue, the main events are understated, dealing with recent plot developments. The Daily Planet has been sold out from under its employees to none other than Lex Luthor, who openly delights in having Lois Lane under his thumb at the helm of a new online media venture. Clark Kent was fired in the takeover, as was Ron Troop, who just got Lucy Lane pregnant. Meanwhile, Luthor is conspiring around the edges to create a new kind of synthetic kryptonite and manipulating the little people of Metropolis into taking the fall for the consequences of these experiments. On the face of it, perhaps just another day in Metropolis. In 27 years' hindsight, however, this is a prescient text. Left to illustrate the details of these new frontiers in journalism, Immonen throws a dart right at the heart of contemporary woes. Lois bristles at her traditional reporting job, being reduced to retyping press releases, while Jimmy is pushed to produce empty content for quotas. Perry White takes his pink slip to Metropolis University and sets to teaching, but isn't quite sure what to teach students about a profession being actively dismantled. None of these are new or novel issues in 2025, and the proof is that Stuart Immonen wrote this comic book in 1998. Eventually, the Daily Planet would be restored, but this storyline underlines the fact that even as far back as the turn of the century, Superman's traditional setting had already become an anachronism under constant threat from predatory business interests. Only one thing remains to be said. Stuart Immonen stands among the first rank of artists who have ever drawn Lois Lane, as close to definitive as this era can boast.